Hola y bienvenidos a Unidad 1, Lección 2, Ms. Christopher's Video BellWork PowerPoint. Avancemos 2. Página 60, presentación de vocabulario, vocabulary presentation. Goal, learn words to describe vacation, activities, and lodging. Then talk about what you like to do on vacation. Letra A. La familia de Alejandro y Natalia está de vacaciones. The family of Natalia and Alejandro are on vacation. Necesitan alojamiento. They need lodging. Tienen reservaciones en el hotel del año pasado. They have reservations at the hotel from last year. Quieren una habitación doble para los padres y dos individuales para los hijos. They want a double room for the parents and two individuals for the children. Una para Alejandro y otra para Natalia. One for Alejandro and the other for Natalia. Letra B. La familia quiere ver las atracciones y hacer muchas más actividades. The family wants to see the attractions and to do many more activities. Página 61. Letra C. Durante su tiempo libre pueden ir a pescar, montar a caballo, o acampar. During their free time, they're able to go fish, to ride a horse, or to camp. Letra D. Un amigo, Marco, va a la tienda de artesanías porque quiere comprar un recuerdo para los abuelos. A friend, Mark, goes to the handicraft store because he wants to buy an item for his parents to remember the trip by. Las artesanías son muy bellas. The handicrafts are very pretty. Pero qué cara. But how expensive. Piden mucho dinero. They ask for a lot of money. Marco tiene que regatear por un buen precio. Mark has to barter for a good price. Él paga con dinero en efectivo porque no tiene tarjeta de crédito. He pays with cash because he doesn't have a credit card. Letra E. Marco asks, ¿podría ver las joyas? May I see the jewelry? Me gustaría comprar un collar. I would like to buy a necklace. Le dejo el collar en un buen precio. He got the necklace for a good price. Página 64, nota gramatical. Questions in Spanish often begin with one of the following interrogative words. ¿A dónde? To where? ¿Cómo? How? ¿Cuál? Which? ¿Cuáles? Which ones or which plural? ¿Cuándo? When? ¿Cuánto? Masculine for how much. ¿Cuánta? Feminine for how much. ¿Cuántos? Masculine or mixed gender for how many. ¿Cuántas? Feminine only for how many. ¿Dónde? Where? ¿Por qué? Why? ¿Qué? What? ¿Quién? Who? ¿Quiénes? Whom? Who plural. Notice that each interrogative word has a written accent and some have masculine, feminine, and plural forms. ¿Qué can be followed directly by a noun, but ¿cuál cannot be followed by a noun. ¿Qué hotel es el mejor? What hotel is the best? ¿Cuál de las llaves necesito? Which key do I need? Página 65, page 65. Presentación de gramática, grammar presentation. Goal: learn how to form the preterite of regular AR verbs. This is a type of past tense. Then use them to talk about activities you and others did in the past. Talking about vacations you went on is really a very nice way to kind of get our feet wet with this. English grammar connection. Tense refers to when an action takes place. Many verbs are spelled differently in the past tense than they are in the present tense. For regular verbs, the endings change. He talks, él habla. This is our present tense for an AR verb. He talked, él habló, is our past tense verb ending for the preterite tense. Preterite of AR verbs. The preterite tense in Spanish tells you what happened at a particular moment in the past. How do you form the preterite of AR verbs? Here's how. Like present tense verbs, you form the preterite tense of regular verbs by adding tense endings to the verb stem. Visitar is our example that they're giving you for a prototype for all normal AR verbs. Visitar means to visit. Yo visité, I visited. Tú visitaste, you visited. Usted visitó, you visited. Él visitó, he visited. Ella visitó, she visited. Nosotros visitamos, we visited. Vosotros visitasteis, y'all visited. Ustedes visitaron, y'all visited. Ellos or ellas visitaron, they visited. Durante las vacaciones yo monté a caballo. Mi mamá visitó un museo y mis hermanos nadaron. During vacation, I went horseback riding. My mom visited a museum, and my brothers went swimming. The nosotros ending in the preterite tense is the same as the present tense. Look for clues in the sentence to help you determine whether the verb is actually in the present tense or in the past tense. Acampamos anoche en el parque. We camped last night in the park. Because anoche means last night, it doesn't make sense for us to say we camp last night, right? It has to be we camped. The word anoche tells you that the verb acampamos is in the preterite tense, not the present. Página 70, presentación de gramática, another grammar presentation. Our goal, learn how to form the preterite of ir, ser, hacer, ver, and dar. Then use these verbs to talk about the past. Much like in English, these are going to be irregular verbs. Also similar to our present tense, these are also irregular verbs. ¿Recuerdas? Do you remember the days of the week? Parties, vocabulary about parties. English grammar connection. Verbs that are regular in the past tense end in ed. Irregular verbs, however, have a different past tense form. I went to the reception desk. Fui a la recepción. Preterite of ir, ser, hacer, ver, and dar. The verbs ir, ser, hacer, ver, and dar are irregular in the preterite tense. They are formed without regular past tense endings. Here's how. The preterite forms of ir and ser are exactly the same. You must use clues in the sentence to determine whether ir or ser is used in the preterite. Ir, of course, means to go. Ser, of course, means to be. So, ir and ser conjugate as follows. Fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, fuisteis, fueron. Fuimos al parque de diversiones. We went to the amusement park. Fue un día muy divertido. It was a very fun day. For specific examples of how you have to be paying attention to what the details are. It's really important that you're comfortable with the Spanish because otherwise it's going to be very difficult to pick out these context clues. Not gonna lie. Hacer has its own preterite tense forms. In the usted el ella form, the C of the stem becomes a Z before O. Hacer, to do or to make. In the preterite is hice, hiciste, hizo, hicimos, hicisteis, hicieron. ¿Qué hizo usted ayer? What did you do yesterday? Hice la tarea. I did homework. The verbs ver and dar take regular er, ir past tense endings in the preterite, but have no written accent marks. Ver means to see. In the past tense, it is as follows. In the preterite past tense, rather, it is as follows: vi, viste, vio, vimos, vistais, vieron. Dar, which means to give, in the preterite past tense, is as follows: di, diste, dio, dimos, vistais, vieron. Vimos mucho arte interesante en el museo. We saw a lot of interesting art at the museum. Mi amigo me dio un regalo. My friend gave me a gift. Página 63, Telehistoria 1. Goal. Listen to Natalia, Alejandro, and their mother discuss what to do and where to go, then practice the question words they use. ¿Recuerdas interrogatives? Do you remember the interrogatives? Telehistoria escena 1. Strategies. Cuando lees, when you read, identify changes in feeling. Consider these questions. How do you think the characters feel at the beginning and at the end of the scene, and what causes the change? Cuando escuchas, when you listen, discover hopes. To discover characters' hopes, listen to content and intonation simultaneously. Notice what the mother says and how she says it. What are her hopes for herself, Natalia, and Alejandro? Alejandro dice, ¿Cómo vamos a hacer la película aquí? How are we going to make the movie here? Madre dice, su llave, habitación 12. Your key, room 12, es una habitación doble. Papá y yo vamos a visitar el museo en la tarde y a comer en un restaurante. It is a double room. Dad and I are going to visit the museum in the afternoon and eat at a restaurant. ¿Quieren ir? Do y'all want to go? The kids shake their heads no. ¿Qué van a hacer con su tiempo libre? What are you going to do with your free time? ¿Quieren ir a montar a caballo o a pescar? Do y'all want to go horseback riding or fishing? The kids shake their heads no again. ¿Por qué no van de compras? Why don't you go shopping? Pueden comprar algunos regalos. Y'all could buy some gifts, handing them some money. Natalia dice, gracias, thank you. ¿Dónde está la parada de autobús? Where is the bus stop? Madre dice, no, no. Tomen un taxi. No, no. Take a taxi. Alejandro, ¿todavía estás triste? Are you still sad? Alejandro sees a girl, Gabby, leaving the hotel with her mother. Alejandro dice, no, no, ahora ya estoy alegre. No, no, now I am happy. Telehistoria escena 2 en página 68. TV story scene 2 on page 68. Goal. Listen as Alejandro explains to Gabby her character's background and what she did earlier in the day. Then talk more about past activities in and out of school with your classmates. Telehistoria escena 2. Strategies. Cuando lees, when you read. Scan. Scanning means glancing over a reading for details of interest. Scan now to find out who is in the scene and how they act toward each other. Cuando escuchas, when you listen. Listen for verb endings. Listening for verb endings helps you understand the timing of various actions. How many different tenses do you hear? Gabby dice, ¿Están haciendo una película? Are y'all making a movie? Alejandro dice, Sí, ¿quieres ayudar? Yes, do you want to help? Gabby dice, Bueno, ¿qué tengo que hacer? Well, what do I have to do? Alejandro grabs his camera and begins directing a scene. Alejandro dice, Gabby, tú eres una turista. Gabby, you're a tourist. Llegaste aquí hoy. Llegaste aquí hoy. You arrived here today. Tomaste fotos y compraste tarjetas postales. Take some pictures and buy some postcards. Estás en un restaurante. You are in a restaurant. Natalia se siente en tu mesa. Natalia sits down at their table. At your table. Tú dices, ¿Cómo me encontraste? You say, How did you find me? Gabby, anxiously, ¿Cómo me encontraste? How did you find me? Alejandro dice, No, Gabby, más tranquila. No, Gabby, more calm. Gabby dice, ¿Cómo me encontraste? Alejandro dice, sí, muy bien. This, yes, very good. Todo junto, all together. Telehistoria completa en página 73. Our complete telehistoria on page 73. Goal, show what you know. Listen to Natalia, Alejandro, and Gabby's experience in the souvenir shop. Then use what you have learned to bargain with a vendor in a market and talk more about past vacation activities. Telehistoria completa. Strategies. Cuando lees. When you read. Read for actions and reasons. Read to understand actions and reasons for them. What does Gabby want? Where does she go? How does Alejandro feel? Cuando escuchas, when you listen. Listen for differences. Notice differences in the characters' statements and behaviors, especially Gabby's. How would you describe the differences? Escena 1, resumen. Scene 1, summary. Natalia y Alejandro llegan a la playa con sus padres. Natalia and Alejandro arrive at the beach with their parents. Su madre les da dinero para ir de compras. Their mother gives them money in order to go shopping. Escena 2, resumen. Alejandro conoce a Gabby. Alejandro knows Gabby. Gabby quiere ayudarlos a hacer su película, pero no es buena actriz. Gabby wants to help them make their movie, but she's not a good actress. Escena 3, scene 3. Natalia and Alejandro argue while Gabby shops. Natalia dice to Alejandro, Ella no puede estar en la película. She can't be in the movie. Gabby dice, modeling a hat to Alejandro, ¿Te gusta el sombrero? Do you like the hat? To the clerk, Me gustaría comprarlo. I would like to buy it. ¿Cuánto cuesta? How much does it cost? Natalia dice to Alejandro, ¿Tú viste a esa muchacha? Es terrible. Do you see this woman? This girl? She's terrible. Gabby dice to Alejandro, Para la película. For the movie. To clerk, ¿Puedo pagar con tarjeta de crédito? Can I pay with a credit card? The sales clerk shakes her head no. Gabby dice, No tengo mucho dinero en efectivo. I don't have a lot of cash. She looks sadly at Alejandro, who hands her his money. Gabby dice, gracias. She pays for the hat. Alejandro dice, no regateaste? You didn't barter? Gabby dice, no me gusta regatear. I don't like to barter. Marco dice, Gabby. Gabby dice, Marco, llegaste. You arrived. Es mi amigo Marco. It is my friend Mark. ¿Dónde está tu hotel? Where is your hotel? Marco dice, bueno, es un hostal cerca de la oficina de turismo. Well, it is a hostel near the tourism office. ¿Quieres hacer una excursión con mi familia? Do you want to take an excursion with my family? Gabby dice, sí, tengo que irme. Ciao. Yes, I have to go. Bye. Natalia dice, ¿por qué estás triste? Why are you sad? Ella no es una buena actriz. She is not a good actress. Alejandro dice, le di todo mi dinero. I gave her all my money. Y ella no regateó. She didn't barter. El fin de Unidad 1, Lección 2, Trabajos de Timbre, Español 2. The end of Unit 1, Lesson 2, BellWorks for Spanish 2. Gracias por escuchar. Thank you for listening. Adios.